had third-degree burns. The color was off and all the photos. And if that wasn't bad enough, her eyes are all squinty. The defendant is now ignoring her. She's very upset and can't sleep at night and is suing for $2,800, the money she paid him, plus emotional distress. This is the defendant, Harry Biggs Jr. He says he took over 900 pictures on the plaintiff's big day, and then he sent her the proof she wasn't happy with his artistic touches, such as blurring out the backgrounds and things like that. He told her he could re-edit them, but it would take a bit of time, and that's when she freaked out. Next thing he knows, he's being sued. He stands by his work, and he thinks the judge will feel he did a great job. He's accused of not getting the picture. All parties, please what you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants.
Early bird, get the worm. What's up? Shout out Lil the Baby and all of them. I fuck with the Baby. A real nigga. I like the Baby and Lil Baby when they did that one.
Ms. Moody Hart, did you bring your husband to court today as your date? Yes. You got married on August 18th of last year, correct?
Hold on, put some bop in it.
Mr. Bates as a photographer? Yes. Are you a professional photographer?
Hold down that weed, that whip. What's it serving that whip had a cop in it? That's it really. It's a police state, so that was real.
How many weddings have you done?
They be seeing you smoking, don't be tripping.
10? 10? All right, so how did you hear about him?
Well, my cousin referred him to me, but prior to that, my husband and I attended a few weddings that he was actually at also.
So all 10 your friend. If your cousin referred him and 2 of them, that's 3. That's a third of all the weddings he's ever done. You were at. All right. So you come into an agreement with him. Is there anything in writing between you guys?
Yes.
May I see whatever you have in writing? So what were you supposed to get?
Early morning, bird, get to work.
Photos of my event, of my wedding.
250, this says.
250.
Is that what you meant? Okay.
Also, 8
Gotta get up early to seek the Lord while he may be found.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
8 by 10's a photo book. Does that sound right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what'd you get?
Nothing.
I guess I'm confused about your testimony because in your complaint you say everybody looked terrible. So you did see wedding pictures.
I did see them.
Right. So you didn't like the editing, like whatever.
The editing was horrible. A light skin sister. I'm light skin.
Yeah. They
had patches on my face. My father's my tone also. He had patches on his face. I immediately sent this to my husband, and he looked at it.
So did he send you a link with the picture?
He did. Here's the link and everything. I have a copy of that.
Why you think I'm on so early? I know it's 9 o'clock where y'all at. So somebody peeping.
With the pictures, you only have a specific amount of time.
Let me go get my chargers in my other phone.
And then when that time passes, what do you have to do?
I have to re-put them up there, but I had other people pictures that were in line to be put up there too. And that's what I did. I put their pictures as well. I gave her the link for she can see the pictures. Now, she said she didn't like the edit. And when I did that initial edit, I edited 900 pictures. So after editing those pictures, she said, can you re-edit them? So
what did she not like?
I guess she didn't like the resolution. I have some of the pictures right here, some of them samples if you want to see them.
Okay, where are all of the pictures right now?
All the pictures are on a hard drive at the house.
Okay, did you bring it?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Because the hard drive that I have is kind of, again, it's kind of corrupt. So
I'm sorry, do you have the pictures from her wedding or you don't?
I have them, but they're on the hard drive. And the hard drive's corrupt, so I got to bring it to get it fixed. So.
Wait. Sound like his case, man.
And then the bride gets to say, change this or that. Just stuck eating what you did. So then she did that, and then what happened?
I ganged them.
And then where did they go?
Well, I received a notice to come in. After cooking delicious more chicken cheddar broccoli recipe. You will want to close your delivery.
Man, what's up with the BET Awards? BET Awards. BET Awards. Right on, Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, Jamie Foxx, Kurt Franklin.
I smoke, have had multiple strokes. Now, it's hard to remember things. My tip is...
I gotta get a singer like Mariah to come with some of my shit.
You can quit. Call 1-800-QUIT now for help with pre-medication.
Hi, I'm Ellen. I'm Portia. We're talking to cameras that are in
Waking
our living room about Kind Science. You tried just about everything.
I've tried everything. But with Kind Science, my skin feels cleaner. It feels more hydrated. I can't see the little wrinkles like I used to.
A clinical study of Kind Science users, 94% had less visible lines and wrinkles. Tons of customers have seen results. Look at that. Not the difference.
That's amazing.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer people a deal, the DeGeneres deal. You'll get 4 of my favorite products, the Gentle Cleanser, the Micro Exfoliant Firming Serum, and the Hydration Cream. I'm also going to give some gifts, the brush, the Radiance Oil, and free shipping. There's $200 worth of products for $49.95.
This whole thing is under $50.
Yeah, $49.95.
Wow.
60-day money-back guarantee. Your screen, you can go to science.com, you can use a QR code. I just want people to try Kind Science.
The plaintiff hired the defendant to make pics of her wedding, and it looked like her guests all had third-degree burns. Awful. The defendant says he took 900 pictures, and if she didn't like the artistic touches, he'd gladly re-edit. Let's listen.
As we're standing right here, you may have lost all the pictures from our wedding?
It's a possibility. I had them backed up on my computer too as well.
And so why aren't they good when you're working right? Say it again?
The computer wasn't working right. I brought that to get fixed. And that wasn't working right.
So we think they're in there.
I did the pictures. The pictures were done in a nice time.
You did the pictures, and then the bride gets to say she's stuck eating what you gave. So then she did that, and then what happened?
I changed them pictures.
And then where did they go?
Well, I received a notice to come to court.
Okay, so we should be able to see the pictures. Let's see the pictures. All of them. Right now.
I don't have
I
all
want
the
to...
pictures right now.
Oh, that's a problem for me. See? Your answer can't be the dog ate my homework. You're responsible for a lot of pictures of a person's only with any
That would have been
wedding.
taking it with all multiple
See?
kind of
So for you
devices.
to come to court and tell me,
Stay away.
my hard drive is corrupt.
You gotta think if you do a good job, they gonna tip.
Working and I have to get stuff.
Yeah, right on that when you got low. If you do a bad job,
Wow. Were you able to download any of the pictures that he...
I didn't, and I should have. I wish I did. I didn't, because, I mean,
I'm not even sure, that site that you put him on, is
Damn.
a third-party site, or is it you?
what happened to my
I didn't
life?
create
It was
the
right
site.
there.
So you, okay, so is it possible they have a copy of it, or they wouldn't keep it?
That I haven't checked into that, but I might say no.
How do you lose the pictures? How do you come to court empty-handed without the actual pictures? Why don't you have all 900 pictures here? Oh, so many pictures in here. I just don't understand. You didn't buy court. I have to have the pictures. Why didn't you get the hard drive fixed or your computer fixed when you first got served with the lawsuit?
That's what I'm trying to do.
I appreciate you watching me, North Carolina. I like them because they fought
I wish it was that easy, but
on the original colonies.
as of yet,
What about your computer, sir?
2 days ago.
Like, because a lot of history they got to do with America happened over there.
Have the photos in
I
your
had to buy a
computer.
whole new computer.
We don't care.
They gave us Jordan.
I care about her pictures from a wedding which she can't have back, and that old computer may have it in them. Is that true or not true? Did I misunderstand you?
No.
So what's happening with that old computer?
That old computer is no longer working, it's no longer functional.
Did you throw it out?
No.
Did you ever take that to the recovery people to
Brought
see
that
it?
to the people to see if they can fix it. They can.
Now, I don't care about fixing it for you. I care about recovering the pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
Is this the first you've heard that the pictures are gone?
Yeah, totally gone. Yeah, I do have one picture that I took a picture of on a website. I don't even know why he just didn't download it. I don't know why, but I do have this
He
one
did.
picture.
Put it in. He put it according to him. It's in a hard drive. That's correct.
Yeah, but that can be retrieved, can it?
Sometimes it can, and sometimes it can't. I don't know.
Prove it.
But he didn't. Do you have proof you even took it in?
That's what I want.
I don't have to.
What difference is it going to make to us, right? What we want are the pictures.
I do.
If you or someone you know has been injured in an accident that's not your fault, call us now. I'm Nancy Harding, and I'm here with TV commentator Max Bretos. We have legal professionals available to speak with you right now to answer any questions and tell you how much your case is potentially worth. I hear the phone's ringing all day. Can you tell us what
Come on, so I can get on here with you.
Thanks, Nancy. We field calls all day from folks injured from all kinds of accidents that aren't their fault, so we can get them the compensation they deserve. We get folks calling in with all case types, the most common being car accidents.
This phone right
Speak
here.
with a live agent to answer any questions you may
47,
have.
good.
We will discuss your case with you and see how much your case is potentially worth.
Get the compensation you
When
deserve.
you go to the
Call
front,
today
go to
for
the
your free
front. Go ahead,
consultation
go to the
or
front.
visit accidenthotline.com. Got a house that's eating up your time and cash, thinking about moving? Tenants giving you trouble? Inherited a home and not sure what to do with it? If you're looking for a fresh start, we can help. At John Buys Bay Area Houses, we offer the easiest way to sell your house as is, with no fees, no commissions, and no hassle. Start fresh. Don't let your house hold you back. Call 510-800-JOHN or visit our website and get your fair offer today. CBS celebrates Pride. Use hashtag CS to share your story. Brought to you locally by El Camino Health. Our strength, your health. Visit elcaminohealth.org.
Car accident, Berg wins. I'm not sure I can afford it.
Berg wins.
What if the insurance company offers this, but my medical bills are this?
Berg wins. I need somebody to deal with the insurance company. Berg wins.
I'm William Berg. When the insurance company tries to pay you less, we fight to win you back. And with our no-fee guarantee, if you don't win, you pay nothing.
My wife and I called.
My cousin called. My mom called.
Okay, I'm ready to call.
Are you?
Call 1-800-400-BERG.
I understand that you have a video. Oh my God.
Hot batch. Today at 1 on Taste Plus. This is the People's Court.
You're both total liars.
Real idiots, real cases, real drama.
Stop talking. Get out. Get out. Get out.
The People's Court.
Welcome back to the People's Court. I'm Harvey Levin here. So, are brides ever happy with their wedding pictures? Really happy?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And you look at them and you don't say, oh, God, they didn't get enough of this or what?
No,
Yeah, that's real.
Really happy. No complaint.
Yeah, you know something.
Ma'am?
Me either.
Huh?
Not me.
You're happy?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you guys?
We are positive people. Yeah.
Okay.
Positive people.
Do you have proof you brought it
It's
in?
real. They all positive people.
Where'd you bring it into?
A place out in Bristol, Connecticut.
What's the name of the place?
I can't call right now, Your Honor.
I don't understand why you did what you did. And then, you know, you take it someplace, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know the name of the place I took it. You don't care. If you cared, you would have taken it to one place, and if they couldn't do it, you would have taken it to another place, and if they couldn't do it, you would be looking for a solution. The worst part about your testimony is you don't care. look beautiful.
Thank you.
I like the color of the bridesmaids' dresses. They look beautiful. Everybody looks happy. No one knew what was going to happen here, did
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Does she have these pictures? She does
That's
now.
the first pictures I sent to her.
So I just sent them to you. I didn't know whether you had them or not. Mr. Bates, I have no words to describe how disappointed I am in your testimony and what you're telling me has happened, the carelessness with which you have handled the most important moment in people's lives. They can't get that history back. If you're a barber, stick to being a barber. If you can't figure out how to have pictures of someone's most important life moment saved competently and in many different places so that this kind of catastrophe doesn't happen, you have no business photographing people's weddings. I'm just stunned. What's the name of that site where you uploaded the pictures to?
Pixie 7.
Give them a call and see if maybe there's some oddity of life they would have. Okay, let me explain something. You're going to walk out of here with exactly every penny you're asking for. You should never have to make that call. You should never have to sue someone for pictures. You should never learn for the first time at the People's Court that every picture from your wedding by your photographer
Nigga gave me some weed, so I got some
in
tough.
cyberspace, sweet pea. You should never be in that position. Verdict to the plaintiff, $2,800, $1,400 for every penny you paid him, and $1,400 for your emotional distress and mine.
So the judge
I don't know.
That's
what I just asked you for.
Just ask you a quick question about it. The judge just lowered the boom on you, you know? Thank you.
Yes,
She right, it's like 6 o'clock.
you know, I didn't. I was trying to speak, but, you know, I guess my words
Oh, we're gonna get the
You
wine.
embarrassed?
Like,
No. You know, life happens. What can we do? No. Life happens. There's nothing you really can do. You know, and technological advancements probably, I'll find a way to retrieve, but right now I can't.
Well, do your best. That's what I can say.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Okay, you must sign a few documents outside. Miss Moody Hart and her husband are on the way out. I think everybody feels really sorry for you. This is kind of a tragedy.
It is.
It is.
It really is. And I'm glad it turned out the way it did. However, I'm absent from my pictures. Excuse me, that's what I want. I do.
I don't know what else you can do except you get married all over again. Try that again. Have a different photographer there.
For sure.
Do a redo.
Yeah.
Possible. Anyway, good luck to you.
Thank
Hope
you
you
so
can
much.
hope you can find, you know, call that website.
I think I will.
See what luck you have.
Definitely.
Okay?
Definitely.
Good luck to
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank
Good luck to you too. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, well, look, the judge was especially nice because it sounds like he's making this whole thing up about computers. And that will do it for this case, litigants. For the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Devin. He says he purchased a car with an extended warranty from the defendant, and the guy isn't honoring the deal. When he called to discuss some issues he was having with the car, he hung up on him. He ended up having to fix everything on his own, at his expense. And he's now suing the defendant for every penny of the $4,451.41 it's going to cost him to fix it. This is the defendant, Alec Reimer. He says the plaintiff's a belligerent man, and there's no reasoning with him. As he got angrier and angrier, the communication completely broke down, and he decided to sue him. He can't wait to present his case to the judge so he can be rid of this crummy guy. And he looks forward to walking out of here the victor today. He's accused of bad customer service.
Please, your right hand.
Did you call me hang up?
Yes.
Okay, that's peculiar. Hold on. Do you have that with you?
I do. I guess the audio on that one too.
Yeah, it's fine. there.
Prayers from the shower last night. Probably ready for the weights now. I was walking.
The Connors are here.
Hold on to your hat.
Come on over.
Anybody ever call me?
You don't need to be invited because you're always here. The Connors today 4 on Fix Plus. Car accident? At Jacoby Myers, when we get justice for you, it can make a big difference in your life. Here's what that means. Insurance offer, $35,000. The Jacoby Myers result, $500,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $2 million. Insurance offer, $100,000. Our result, $4.65 million.
Damn.
That's the difference experience makes. Jacoby and Myers.
I would get hit. Nigga, it's Jacoby and Myers for real. Probably thinking like 50, 60 rides. They on, that's the month.
With all the sights and laughter.
I'm like my boys though, nigga. We ain't never lost. 3 times. So, I mean, you were beyond reproach. Check out how I approach. Beyond reproach. Hands on like a coach.
More summer, more roads to roam. Grab the keys to it.
Headhunter, baby, I'm gon' poach. If they ever encroach. Beat it just like a choke. I'm trying to show y'all what it look like. It's pretty stuff. Yeah. Breaking, huh? Something breaking off. I know what that is. Why is it so dry?
I had so many questions about this case. I called the Barnes firm. It was the best call I could have made. Call the Barnes firm now and find out what your case
I've been fucking with my nigga that was up in the pack. He made what I usually smoke out of. Dry.
Weeknights at 5. Watch Start TV on Broadcast Channel 5.2 and on these and other providers.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff filed forward with a warranty from the defendant, and he says that the guy's not honoring it. But the defendant says the plaintiff's an angry man and can't be dealt with. It's the case of wheels.
Okay, Devin, you're suing Route 69 Auto Sales, represented here by Alec Reimer. What's your position with the company?
Business manager, Your Honor.
Okay, you're not
Put some hearts on there and show the love today.
authority by them to
That's
represent.
big. We're big on the love.
You're suing them for
we're big on the love.
$51.41 in car repairs and lost wages because, according to you, they breached their contract with you. You bought a 2002 Toyota Highlander.
Don't sell
For
yourself.
how much?
You're being bought with a price.
Okay.
And it included the taxes and registration also.
Okay. What day do you take the car?
They sell out.
I picked up the vehicle on 3/11, and so when I picked up the
Same
vehicle,
thing,
on
money
3
just
after
came
driving
by.
it, which I believe to be 3/22, if I remember right. I noticed a leak from the rear of the vehicle.
Okay.
It's pretty significant. I was only at work for about
Came
4
by
hours
love.
that day.
Okay.
And
Came
when I
by
came to my
love,
car,
man.
there was a big pile of
It helped you get love, but it came by love.
Okay. Actually, I got it.
When it comes to something you love, you're going to have to break bread. Peel off the top, bottom, top.
My fingers on it.
So this is
I'm
the
up.
leak, and what did you do when you saw the leak?
Because I'm going to be looking for work.
Immediately as soon as I saw it, I called the defendant, this dealership.
I'm looking for work.
This dealership, I guess whoever he represents.
Just call them the defendants.
Yes. And when I called to, when I got on the phone with him, when he answered, as soon as he answered the phone, I did record it, Your Honor. I didn't get a chance to tell him it was a recorded line because he hung up on me as soon as I introduced myself. So I called back, and a different salesman answered the phone. I asked what the issue was, but he hung up on me also.
Okay.
Even after
I want to hear that. Hold on. People just, you call them, they hang up?
Yes.
Okay, that's peculiar. Hold on. Do you have that with you?
I do. I guess the audio might have been too.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't think he's there. When is that phone call?
3:20, Your Honor.
Okay. And who was that fellow? Who was that? Mike who?
Sounds like Mike.
Okay. Why did Mike hang up on a customer? I mean, I don't care how rude the customer was to him. Why would Mike just go on the customer? And if he's not here to testify, we're going to speculate, aren't we?
Right. Well, Judge, he does have an affidavit here.
And what does he say?
With you. It says that he had initially been contacted by Devin with regard to the damages to the vehicle, one of which was replacement of the light switch, which I have here in court today. I can only assume, and I'm sorry, this is the best I can do, is that they had already had their blowout on the phone where Devin had his
So what? Let's assume Devin is an sister of the high school. Why would your firm hang up on a customer like that when they're in the middle of a warranty? The only way to take advantage of it is to call you. And if you're going to hang up on them when he calls you, what's he going to do?
That's correct, Judge. But when the client contacts us and we try to arrange an appointment for him to come in and have the vehicle repaired, and he refuses to schedule an appointment and he insists that he's coming that long, I imagine after 2 or 3 phone calls of that nature, you get tired of talking to the customer. I mean,
maybe, but we're completely speculating because is any of that in his affidavit?
Some of that is.
Let me see his affidavit. So they hang up on you twice, and then what happens? So what had happened that would cause him to hang up on you? Because that's not normal. So have you already had a blowout?
We had a talk on the phone in the beginning when I had first asked him to do the light switch, Your Honor. And he didn't like the fact that I told him I was going to call the Better Business Bureau because they gave it to me in writing. I'm not the light switch, I'm sorry, the window switch in the rear of the vehicle.
The plaintiff became very belligerent and demanded he be permitted to bring in the vehicle at that moment. He began screaming and swearing at me, insisting that it was his way or no way. I reiterated we would be happy to schedule an appointment. Was there no adult at the table where we can just work this out, where that, where it gets to this, where there's work you guys are supposed to do, and then he wants to do it now, and then you say, no, you can't do it now, and then you don't just give him a speedy appointment, and you don't just say, okay, that'll do, and then it just happens, because that's what the rest of us adults do.
Well, that's what we try.
Well, no, he hung up on you. You don't get it, you don't get to walk in the second you want to walk in, but also, no, he hung up on you. I mean, I don't know. All right, so now the story gets worse. What else happens to you?
Right, so, I decided to try to fix it myself. I had to fix it myself, obviously, because the leak was so...
Paid commercial program for Walk Fit Platinum, sponsored by Walk Fit
Give
Platinum.
me that 2 news.
Are we stranded?
Hey guys, I've got AAA.
When you're a AAA member, you're covered in anyone's car. Mornings on 2 traffic cameras brought to you by AAA Roadside Assistance. Visit AAA today.
Good morning. Cracking down in the South Bay on homelessness. Having both that would penalize people who will not accept housing. And California is suing the Trump administration over its battle over
I know what they're going through. I was
trans
a person like
on the
that.
state's efforts to let these athletes compete in sports despite the threat
Only
of
help
losing
didn't
federal funding.
know how to accept or really.
KTV
I'm kind of in denial.
Mornings on 2.
I'm trying to take a
All right,
little,
as we take you live to the
little shove, little motivation from the
in terms
relative.
of trading as that opening bell rings.
Mama to get in your ear, light a fire.
Trade talks between the U.S. and China. Some important economic data will be released later this week that could impact the direction of stocks. We're keeping an eye on that. The latest read on inflation, the consumer price index, and the producer price index.
Oh yeah, it's lit.
Will be released
Live from
tomorrow.
North Carolina. What's it like out there, man? Come on,
Thanks for
let me
joining
know
us
something.
here on Mornings on 2. I'm Pam Cook.
And good morning, I'm Dave Clark. Tuesday morning, June 10th. I love the color.
Yellow.
Yellow.
It's a happy color.
Yeah. Steve Paulson's pretty happy, even though we have pretty gloom around the Bay Area.
We do. Pamela, did you you see that one lady on the far left? She wore the same color dress as their logo. She gets it.
That's smart.
Clever.
That's smart.
She got it. All right.
There she is. Wow, that is the exact green.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know where my
Common color.
knife, taser, or pepper spray is. I really
All
don't.
right. Yes, we do have a lot of June. What are you talking about in the sun here? We have a moster. You don't usually see the.
It's time for me to get some more arsenal until I got rid of some shit.
It's going to be another day. We're clearing it. It'll be a little bit below average. Bayside below average. Coast, boy, do a lot of fog. Some sun always, but it takes a while to get there. And there's an offshore breeze for almost everybody here. Napa, Oakland. Fairfield up at 32 miles an hour, 32 thunderstorms going bonkers again. Northern Mendocino, northern Mendocino, like mainly northern Sacramento, northeast California. You kind of hear this around top. So second burst, same as the first.
Taz Tuesday, y'all be careful out there.
Especially Coast and Bay, it'll be
drink a lot of water.
We're below average on the temps. 50s, 60s, and 70s. Not much changing yet. All right, Sal is here, 6:31-ish, and we are going where?
We're going to Hayward because there's a stalled car. Actually, it's not stalled. It's got a flat tire. Northbound 880 at Tennyson. And CHP says there's someone out there changing the tire. It's very dangerous, also somewhat admirable. You can change your own tire. That's good. But it's pretty dangerous on the freeway. So just watch out for that. Northbound 880 is Tennyson Road exit. Southbound traffic may be slow a little bit in the area. It's always a concern when that's happening. CHP's on the way. Let's talk about the AAA traffic camera, the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza. 6:32. Let's get back to the headlines.
All right, thank you. San Jose City Council could approve a new measure today impacting encampments. Now, the responsibility to shelter ordinance would require people living on the street or along creek beds to use city sheltering resources will face fines. KTVU South Bay reporter Jesse Gary live at San Jose City Hall with more on this. Good morning, Jesse.
Pamela, good morning to you. And this ordinance is part and parcel with the mayor's overall push to address the most pressing issues in this city, chief among them unhoused population. This ordinance will be passed with a simple vote of the city council, and it already has some key supporters.
In a city known for solving some of the world's toughest challenges, it's unacceptable for thousands of our neighbors to live without access to safe, dignified shelter.
That was Vice Mayor Pam Foley at a recent press event touting responsibility to shelter passed by the City Council. The ordinance would give a special team of city police officers the power to issue citations the first 2 times an unhoused person refuses to accept city services such as temporary shelter.
Over like a $200 a day
habit. The time they refuse, officers could arrest them.
All right, I'm gonna go to the front, baby.
Remain outdoors. The worse we see their quality of life become, the worse their behavior becomes, and the harder or the worse their chance of coming indoors and returning to self-sufficiency becomes.
Stop this completely insane program that he's putting on the tables from rest of our unhoused community. It is not a real solution.
Critics say the mayor and supporters of responsibility to shelter are criminalizing being homeless. They want the city to focus on making more affordable housing available. The council begins its meeting at 11 o'clock this morning. Again, a simple majority vote needed. We're live outside San Jose City Hall this morning. Jesse Gary, KTVU, Fox 2 News, Pamela, Dave, back to you.
All right, Jesse, thank you. Time now 6:34 this morning. The member of Congress who represents downtown Los Angeles is speaking out about those protests in Southern California. We're out there live this morning. Congressman Jimmy Gomez is criticizing President Trump's decision to send in military troops to that area. The president activated 700 Marines and 2,000 National Guard members, doubling the initial deployment.
We have laws. We have to go by the laws. We can't call in the National Guard unless we're required. Those are not my words. Those are the words of Donald Trump in 2020. Today, he's doing exactly the opposite. Trump created this political distraction to divide us and keep our focus away from his policies that are wreaking havoc on our economy and hurting working families.
And Congressman Gomez is also
But I was
demanding
doing what I
answers
didn't
on
have
whether
it.
ICE detainees are being given
What'd you
food
say?
and water after their
But I
arrest.
was doing what I didn't have it.
Dozens of arrests in San
Why
Francisco
are you
overnight
talking
following
crazy early
protests in
this
support
morning,
of
woman?
demonstrators in Los Angeles.
Y'all don't leave me be, man. I'm just trying to make it the best I can. Shit.
Police and CHP officers in riot
Trying not to go off the deep end. Got this crazy ass nigga in the White House.
Our crew saw some people being loaded into ambulances after being hit by what was either rubber
Getting up early because I'm about to look for jobs.
Earlier in the day, though, there was a
Called
largely
People
peaceful demonstration where thousands of people marched from the city's Mission District towards downtown.
When people's rights are being absolutely abused, that people need to stand up who have the ability to. What's happening is psychotic. It's unbelievable. I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't live in America right now.
Kinda.
We're disappearing people.
We have contacted San Francisco police to get an updated number of those taken into custody, and we'll update you as soon as we get that information. California is suing the Department of Justice to protect transgender students.
Jesus said it was going to be days like this.
Administration's threat to cut billions of dollars in funding to California schools.
If you don't got a sword, sell your cloak and tonic and go get a sword. That's a loop.
Now the lawsuit comes after transgender
I was talking to you.
Hernandez in Riverside County won 2 events
Showed
at
you
the
in my
state high
memory.
school track meet.
Our time is now 6:37. New health research shows the use of cannabis is growing among older Americans. Scientists attribute this increase to the fact that more states are allowing medicinal marijuana, and society being more open to smoking cannabis to treat chronic pain and other ailments. Now, earlier this morning, Pam talked to Fox Medical Team's Dr. Mike about this study, and he explained why today's senior citizens are more accepting of cannabis and cannabis-related treatments.
Sometimes they're edibles, sometimes they're smoking it. Why? Because the children of the 60s are now coming of age, if you will.
Well, not surprisingly, the study conducted by the American Medical Association finds that older adults with 2 or more chronic diseases are more likely to use marijuana than people with fewer illnesses. The use of cannabis among senior citizens with several health problems grew by 134% between 2021 and 2023.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's check in with Sal for a look at traffic.
All right, Pam, Dave, right now we do have a commute in Contra Costa County I'm keeping an eye on, and that would be Highway 4 westbound. Of course, it's always slow, and this morning it is slow westbound from parts of Antioch, and it's kind of pockets of slow traffic, but it really takes over in Pittsburgh, and it stays that way all the way to Concord. That's not unusual. 242 and 680 are okay. A couple of slow spots there as well. Bay Bridge Toll Plaza from our AAA traffic camera shows that we have a backup to the MacArthur Maze, which is not unusual for this time, and also a look at Interstate 80 in Oakland. That was very nice. I want to mention that northbound 880, we still have someone with a flat tire that's getting assistance there, northbound 880. So driving from Union City up to Hayward and San Leandro is going to be a little slower than neutral. And I wanted to look at 680 South out of Pleasanton. That is a little bit slow right off the bat there at the 580 interchange. 639, let's talk about today's weather here, Steve.
It's not unusual. That reminds me,
That could be a good song.
Happy belated 85th to Mr. Tom Jones, who turned 85 on Saturday.
Well, he's still going strong.
Go back and watch those videos from the 60s. Your hip will hurt, trust me. Oh, man, you can dance. All right, still puts on a good show, too. Look at the Altamont Pass. That's garbage. That's not garbage. 50, almost 40 miles an hour. Almost 40 miles an hour. So watch out there, Altamont. I mean, there's still some pretty good gusts, even out to the Delta as well. Temperatures 40s, 50s, 60s, but there's a no doubt south wind or a westerly breeze, and there's a lot of fog out there. Every reporting station, what we call it hourly, says cloudy, and that's a low cloud deck. So temperatures, again, just not changing much. 59, 53 for the city. What's average? 66, 53. So you're there on the low. But that's pretty far below the high for this time of year. Record 97, 2019, 47, 1901, and 2/10 on this date in 1937, the record rainfall. Onshore breeze or wind for some, even all the way out to Pittsburgh, there west of 23, and out to Travis there, Cordelia, Travis, 20, 28, gust of 32. It has been this way almost every day this month. Every day this month, there's been low cloud deck for me. 50s on the temps here, a couple of 60s, but mainly 50s. There's just not much budging here. 40s up in the mountains. It's been hot down in Viva Las Vegas, 83 there. But that's where the heat stays, down in the desert, really, and not for us. Thunderstorms have been blowing up, especially northern California, northeast, and also in and around Tahoe. But it's close enough, I'll mention it, for northern Lake County and northern Mendocino County. Tahoe's kind of hit and miss. I mean, some areas don't see any quick downpour. So just be advised, if you're up there, keep in mind that they do
we
pop
could
up.
go to Mendocino.
This week has been like last week, really. No big changes today or
We
tomorrow.
could go to Eureka.
Thunderstorms popping up to the north, and also a lot of low clouds and fog for us. So second verse, same as the first.
You can get a ton from Eureka.
Nice to mild to warm, but really temperatures are below average here. 50s to low 80s for most locations here. And outside of my forecast zone, it gets hot, but not in mine. Status quo, really just not much change, taking us all the way, it looks to be, even into the weekend.
It's okay, you can sing along. Saying goodbye to Sly Stone, one of the greatest and a legend of funk music. The leader of Sly and the family Stone died yesterday. We'll look back at his Bay Area roots and the legacy he leaves behind.
We're counting down to the 2026 World Cup, which is now just 1 year away. Some of the matches are right here in the Bay Area, and there's still a lot to do, so be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 6:30 for our World Cup countdown. 1 year to go. That's right here on KTVU and on our Fox local app.
Being a parent doesn't come with an instruction manual. Learn about Family Paths, an Alameda County nonprofit that offers resources for parents and families dealing with stressful situations. Find out